complete the square, and then graph. So we're going to actually have to complete the square twice. One for the x's, so it'd have x squared plus 4x, and then leave some space. And then have the y's over here, y squared minus 10y, leave some space, and then equals 3. So for complete the square, you take the b term, 4, cut it in half, over here on my scratch paper, and square it. So 2 squared would be a 4, so that means add 4 to both sides of the equation. And then we do the same thing with the negative 10. So take negative 10, cut it in half, and square it. So that's negative 5 squared. That is a 25. So add 25 to both sides. Then what we do is group these 3 terms together and factor. Group these 3 terms together and factor. Not only can they be factored, but they can be factored into a perfect square. So, what number goes in the parentheses? Well, you could either use your factoring skills to figure out, well, if it's something times itself and it has to equal 4, that must mean it's a 2. Then should I use plus 2 or minus 2? Well, these are both positive, so I have to use a positive. Or you could just look up here to whatever's numbers in the parentheses here. That's what number goes here. So that means that this one for y would be minus 5. And if you were to multiply this out and check it, sure enough, it is that polynomial right there. And what does this equal? A 7 and a 25 is 32. Since it's something squared, or x with something squared and y with something squared equals just a number, we've got a circle. And the radius of the circle is the square root of 32. How much is that? Square root of 32 must be 5 point something. So the radius is approximately 5.657. All right, then because of this number and this number, it's been shifted. The center will be at negative 2 for x and positive 5 for y. Complete the square and then graph, say the directions. Okay, not a problem. Negative 2 and then 5. And then it's got a radius of 5.6. So when I draw it, it's going to go slightly more than the x-axis. So it's going to hit the x-axis. So the radius equals 5.657, and there's our circle.